welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be planning the week of the 21st to the 27th using this beautiful kit from Keatown. I'm actually going to be using a lot of Keatown's kits for the next couple weeks. I think there's an Aladdin one coming up, and then there's also an Avengers one coming up because I went to see Black Widow with my fiance and his friends. And this week is the celebration of the last day of school and the end of the school year, as well as the beginning of summer. And I thought this would be a super appropriate kit because the word box, the quote box, actually says the adventure begins, which you can see here, which I thought was really cute. And the way Keatown drew this kit, it almost looks like it could be a continuous scene. But for me, I didn't really want to make it a continuous scene. I think I could have somehow, but I just like the format of moving boxes around a little bit more. So before I get into that, what I'm doing now is the glitter headers, as you can see here. And this week I thought I would do a color blocking week, but when I was looking at this kit, I just thought the simple colors, primary colors of red and the blue and the yellow and then adding the green, I thought it would be really easy to match, but it was actually quite a challenge, and I think I could have given myself a little more leniency and that might have made it a little easier. But I was trying really hard to stick to the kind of same tone as well, and the tones that Keatown used in the kits is a little bit not exactly the normal shades color. So you'll see that some shades are going to be darker than others in this kit. Not everything matches, and I think in my functional sticker box, book, I'm actually running out of a lot of functional kind of usable stickers. So because I've been doing a lot of the color blocking week, and a lot of the kits that I have are older kits, I haven't really bought a lot of new kits yet, I don't think. A lot of them don't always have a lot of the functional stickers that I need, so then I've been using it a lot for those kits, and then I run out. But here I'm trying to do my color blocking, like I said, and the color scheme I kind of went with was I'm gonna start off with the blue, and then it goes into the red to the yellow to the green, which makes green the least amount of color in the spread. Since the date covers included in the kits, as well as some of the functional boxes that I was using on the sidebar, had a lot of green in it. Every single full box except for one of them has a lot of green in it. I just wanted to make sure that that was the one that was kind of the least used. And as I'm recording this, it's exactly a month from when this happened, so it's just so crazy because it feels like that school just ended, but it also feels like school's almost here again because it was a month ago. But here I'm doing the day covers from the kit. I thought that I tried to use the day covers as much as I can if the color is not, or the design is not too much in the rest of the kit. And since this kind of grassy green color probably would have been better fit as a bottom washi, I figured there's no other kit that I would really use this for, so I would just use it for this kit. On the sidebar, I didn't really know how to format it because there were two full boxes that I wanted to use, and then there's the dinners one that I also wanted to use. So I just had space for the two habit trackers, and to kind of separate them, I was going to do color blocking like I've done before, but it wasn't gonna work because this habit tracker is the same color as the weekly box, like you can see here. So I ended up just using green and then some blue as the main colors that are on the sidebar, which is fine. I just thought that there was too much green and blue in the kit because every full box has green and blue on it. But I thought it turned out pretty okay at the end anyway. I think I just always have a love for color blocking week, so the spread turns out really cute anyway. And with all the foil that I added into it, the little silver touches, I think it really makes the spread really stand out. This was the only full box that didn't have a grassy layer on it, so you could have probably put that as the top corner box and use the rest as a straight line, and it'll look kind of like it goes all together. But I decided not to do that. I'm going to be separating the full boxes like I said, and let me just move everything right now. I'm moving everything up a little bit because I needed a little bit more space for the full box. Now for the full boxes, some of them, like I said, look like they could go together. All of them could probably be put next to each other and look fine. But I decided to do the ones that were more obviously put together next to each other, and then there's one that's kind of on its own. You're going to see here that the two at the top there, it looks like there's the picnic basket and the cake, so I'm going to keep those together. And then there's three Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore that's kind of sitting next to each other, which Piglet and Eeyore are kind of sharing cupcakes in their full boxes, and then Piglet and Eeyore is kind of sharing some honey honey, what would you call it, honey pots, that are in the bin there. So you can see here that I was thinking of just trying to separate them, but then I end up changing it. So just give it a second and then you'll see how it ends up looking. I ended up finessing the boxes a lot, but luckily Keatown's paper that he uses is very easy to remove, so it was fine doing it. TSKP's paper is just a little bit sensitive, so sometimes if you do it too quickly, it'll rip some of the backing off. So this was originally what I was going to do, but I decided to change my mind, and I'm actually going to put the ear with the piglet and the Winnie the Pooh, and then the tiger is going to stay by itself with the bunny. I think this ends up looking a lot better, and the right side or the left side doesn't look as busy because there's so many full boxes there. It kind of spreads them out a little bit more. Here I'm just showing some close-up of how the full boxes look, and I'm going to be adding the weekend banner, and this weekend banner is actually from my personal stash. I believe it's from Rose Colored Days, and I'm just going to be putting it at the bottom of the bottom washi here. Moving on to the day by day, I started off with the Starbucks since it's my last week of school and we've been doing a lot of cleaning in the classroom. I just decided to treat myself to some Starbucks, and if you watched my previous plan with me's, you know that I've been kind of treating myself to it because I knew during the summer I probably wouldn't be, and I am a month into summer right now and I don't think I've gotten it too much, maybe once or twice. After that, we were going to go to our in-laws, or my in-laws, for a Father's Day dinner, so I actually went to H Mart to get some Wagyu beef. H Mart is just a Korean market that we have here, and I tried to get some cake as well, but they actually didn't have any available. I was able to do a 35-minute workout, which was nice, and this is just for the Father's Day dinner at my in-laws that we had. At nighttime, I was able to play some or listen to some podcasts, as well as just do some catching up on some YouTube videos. On the inside of this day extender, I didn't mention this before, but I like to do my day extenders off camera, and for this week, because it was such a busy week, I actually had one for every day of this week, and for the first half of the spread, all three of them are on the bottom, and for the rest of the second half, they're all at the top. Monday, I was the only one in my classroom. My assistant and my co-teacher ended up having a day off to do their own personal things, and some stuff happened this day that wasn't that pleasant, but I was alone in the classroom with one of my kiddos, and it happened to be her birthday, so we just had a lot of birthday fun activities, which is why I put this little Coffee Monsters Co thing there. After school, with everything that happened during the day, I was just really overwhelmed and exhausted mentally, so I ended up going home and having a nap, and this is just an extra washi strip from my collection. This sticker is from Beniva's Creation, which is perfect because I do sleep often on my couch, and this Nap Queen, I am forgetting where it's from. But if you have any questions about any of the stickers, please leave them down below and I'll try my best to get back to you. Tuesday was the last day of class. You guys must have been noticing, if you've been watching my videos, that I love to mark big day events, some special occasions with these huge wreaths or special circles. And this day was the last day, so I thought I would mark it with this little book bag and later on some balloons from the kit. And also we got McDonald's for everyone. All of us from the preschool classrooms that were in person were just having our lunch or snack, I believe it was. No, it was lunch because we were having McDonald's. We were all having our lunch outside on the playground and just eating together for the last day. This day I also had my 5th therapy session, and then the end of the night I was just pulling stickers for one of my planner spreads that I was going to be doing. On the inside, I just wrote some things that I was going to be doing this day, which was clean up the rest of the classroom since it was my last day. I also had to go to my mom's to pick up something, and then I just did a lot of dishes when I went home. Last day of school was still super exhausting, so I just marked it in a different way by using this Pumpkin Paper Co. sticker and a nap script. At the end of the night, my fiance made some curry and we had some naan bread. If you guys have a Costco by you that sells those mini naan breads, I definitely recommend them. I think they're so delicious. You just pop them into the toaster oven real quick and they're like super crunchy kind of crunchy on the outside and then soft on the inside, and I think they taste so good. Moving on to Wednesday, this day we went to have a potluck at our school. So the day before, I went to my mom's to pick up some fried rice because I asked her to make it for me. She cooks a lot better than I do, and although the food at the top of that sticker wasn't exactly Chinese, a lot of the people I work with, most of them are Hispanic, so we were actually eating a lot of Mexican food. So even though that sticker is Chinese food, I just thought it would look nice as a potluck kind of sticker. After I came home, I was able to do a 35-minute workout, and at the end of the night, I was able to have a K-pop sesh. And I've been obsessed with Jeff Avenue on YouTube. He's just a performer, and he just reacts to a lot of different people's K-pop groups and K-pop singers and dancers videos and music videos as well. Inside, we were pretty much just bored the entire day at school. We were done cleaning our classrooms and we were just hanging out in the lounge room, which is fine, but when you're kind of just stuck there, it just feels like the time goes on longer. At the end of the night, I was able to do a face mask, and I was also starting a new, actually I think I started this already, but I was already watching Hello My 20s, so I just marked it with this little movie marquee, and I watched some YouTube as well. On to Thursday, like I said, all the day extenders are going to be at the top here, you're going to be able to see. And the first thing I marked was that it was my friend's birthday, and the way I did it with these day extenders is to flip them upwards, and it was a little difficult for me to kind of make stickers straight, so you're going to see me struggle a little bit with the sticker here. It was kind of difficult to remove things. It was actually the fault of the little things that I was using. The day extender I use is from Sticky Essentials, and her day extenders are usually fine, but since I had been using this one for so long, that's why you can kind of see the bubbles on it. So when I tried to fix it, it just kind of made it a little more wrinkled. Usually if you're trying to fix it the day of, it's usually fine. After this, I was able to also get some Dunkin' Donuts because it was going to be another long day at work for the last day of school. The day before, we were realizing that we weren't doing anything, and since we were going to have to come back another day, we ended up playing Loteria, which is basically like a Mexican version of bingo, and we were playing that a lot of the time, and we were also just trying to spend the rest of the day just keeping each other occupied and talking to each other. This day, I was able to go home and do a 45-minute workout, and I've been marking the workouts the similar way with the shoe and the workout script. And at the end of the night, I was watching my fiance play Last of Us 2, which is a kind of monster zombie game that he plays with me on PS4. I just watch him because I'm not really good at that kind of game. And inside the day extender, I just wrote that we were just not doing a lot of anything because we were all done with our classrooms, and I was feeling a lot of emotions that day as well. But the end of the night, I was also able to pull week 31 stickers, and I was also able to finish, this day I was finishing Hello My 20s. Hello My 20s is actually a pretty good drama. It's just sad because I ended up watching or actually searching up some of the cast members that I really liked, and I found out that some of them had some drama. So the day after this, I started Hello My 20s 2, which is the sequel, and some of the members that were in it before had to leave for another show, or they had to leave because of some kind of scandal, and that was just sad to know that they weren't going to be there because I kind of fell in love with the cast that was originally there. But I do recommend it. I thought it was really cute. It's just really kind of normal life dealing with 4 roommates and being a newcomer that comes in and kind of dealing with the after effects of that, and as well as some other aspects of the drama are really interesting that I haven't really seen in anything else. If you like hospital playlists, I think you would really like Hello My 20s. On Friday, I just slept in because it was my first day of summer break. I was able to also do a 45-minute workout, which was nice. And like I said, I started Hello My 20s 2. We actually finished Last of Us 2 this day, which was kind of a super happy and sad moment. I love watching, having that kind of moment with my fiance was really nice. I love watching him play games, and when they're story-based, it's really fun to see too. We got some takeout that day, some Thai food. And on the inside of the day extender, I just wrote that I had a sandwich for lunch, as well as had a K-pop session too. This day was really annoying because I realized that one of my Amazon packages were stolen. It's been kind of an issue in my condo that's been happening a lot. This week I also continued to pull some more week 31 stickers, and I just ended the night with some YouTube. Moving on to Saturday. Saturday was really fun because I went to go play whirly ball with our friends. I haven't done that in a while, and the sticker is just from, I believe, Hazel Sticker. It was kind of part of an amusement park one, and it's bumper cars, but if you've ever played whirly ball, it's basically kind of like bumper cars and also kind of like lacrosse. At the same time, you go around in a kind of bumper car-esque car, and you try to catch this kind of ball that's while you're holding some lacrosse nets, and you basically play basketball too, I guess, because there's also kind of a target that you're supposed to hit the ball to get points. I haven't played that in a really long time, so I thought it was really fun. We went to our friend's house to have a boozy brunch, which was really nice and fun, and my friend was the hostess, and she kind of coordinated a lot of different games that we were able to play, and they were just kind of like those kind of minute to win it kind of games, and they were really fun, even though our team ended up being last place. On this day, inside the day extender, I just added that I got ready with a little Coffee Monsters Co. sticker, as well as curled my hair, and over on the bottom I just added a decorative oval shape, just to write down some things that were memorable from this night. Moving on to Sunday, I was actually supposed to do something else with this. I don't remember what, but I changed my mind and I ended up using this deco to decorate it, and I thought it ended up being really cute. On the bottom, I wrote that I went to Costco and Jewel's, and if you guys have never been to Jewel's, it's basically a large grocery store that's in Chicago that we go to. This is what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to fit this 3 checklists on here, but I thought that there would be too much space, so I put that divider there to hopefully fit the rest, because I thought it would be too empty with the checklist only, and I realized that it ended up being too little space for it, so then I had to cut it down. But for the bottom here, you can see that I used that little. And then I also wrote that I ate sandwiches for lunch, and I also got my favorite boba place, which was Hello Jasmine. And at the end of the night, I painted my nails. On the inside of the day extender, I wrote that I slept in, and also my fiance got some Chipotle for himself. And at the end of the night, I was able to film some videos of week 24 and 31, and I kind of just used up a lot of the space since I didn't have much else to decorate it. I used it to decorate it in a kind of pretty way with this little decorative box. I think it's from Pretty Pinko, I want to say. And that'll be it for the rest of this week. I really enjoyed planning this week. It was a little stressful finding all the functional stickers that could go along with the color, but I think it ended up working out okay. I think I made it work with whatever I had. And on the sidebar, you're going to see that I marked down my skincare and my medication like I usually do, as well as my dinners. And I always decorate off screen because it takes a lot of time, but you're going to see me show you everything with the writing after, with the close-ups after this video ends, basically towards the end of this video. And as always, if you guys are interested in looking at some closer pictures on Instagram, they always have better pictures and more close-ups on there as well. If you have any questions about stickers, please just let me know down below, and I'll try my best to tell you where it's from if I do know where it is.